This one will be a quick one. I want to advise some young ministers of the Lord these days. The Bible says that the soldier of the Lord standeth sure, and God know those that are his. Chineke mande one day. Yes. All of us should remember that God blesses people. God can bless anybody. God can promote a man. God can make a nobody to be a somebody. And the blessing of the Lord cometh and added no sorrow. He is God on his own. He knows how he does his things. But I want to say this thing. And yesterday, I left the church and I went to somewhere to go and bless a baby. Somebody be telling me about their church. The pastor be calling me, telling me I should just come and bless. They're having a dedication. I felt like going there. Behold, when I got to that place, there was massive crowd. There was massive crowd, and this young man is just 2-3 years in ministry. And the young man in question happens to be a young boy that came out from a background where there are DBs, there are powers that are fighting them. And I know this young man to be such a person who is so desperate to make it in life. Yes. Whenever you see anybody who is desperate in life, that person can never be innocent. Anybody you see that is desperate in life, if you are a friend of a person who is desperate to buy a car, desperate to get this, desperate to get that, you are even in trouble. Detach yourself from anybody who is desperate in life, because Hadibid I know is the last statement. Hadibid I know is a statement that is often used by fools. By the grace of God, I've been in ministry for years. I understand things about the ministry. God has showed me things about ministry. And your ministers, just hear me. Before you go to any father that is doing well, ask yourself, what is the source of him or she doing well? A lot of young ministers today, they want to go and submit under a man who has already built his platform, who has already made it in ministry. Did you pray about it? Bible says, neglect not the house of the presbyter. The one who lays hand on you matters a lot. And this young man, I went to his place, and immediately I was entering there. Behold, I saw a matter of things. I saw some guys. Hey, whenever you see guys dressing well, combing their hair, everything, you know what I mean. I asked one of the ushers there, you are trying. I love the prayer department of this church. I discovered that the church does not have prayer wing. They don't have a prayer department where prayers are being made. They only pray any day they come to church, and that is all. Even as I was going closer to the altar, I had a voice that said to me, my son, leave here. I left there. I know things are hard in this society today. Please hear me. Things are hard in this society. It's as if that before you can make it in this country we're into, that you must put yourself, you must put your hand in one evil or fetish thing or the other. And everybody's hungry. But remember, as a young minister of God, God is the one that called you. And whosoever God called, he will quit. When you see fathers that have 1 or 2 people around them, you are avoiding them because you don't want to suffer in ministry. It is better you suffer and gain in glory. If I tell the story of my life, you will not believe it. If I tell the story of my life, you will not believe it. But hear me, any great man you see, any glory you see without a story is fake. Any glory you see without a story is fake. Now, a lot of homosexuals are now on the altar. Young ministers, hear me. A lot of homosexuals now are on the altar. And they are even doing well on the altar. But God is watching. The beginning of every man does not matter. Tell me, go hear me. What matters is the ending part of every man. People will do, even the devil will not even tell you your end. Whatever thing you are doing or you are buying down to, that thing can never tell you your end. If you are into such life, you better desist. Because from the month of March, the anger of Jehovah will come upon you. And you that is a young minister, you want to pump up, you want to have crowd, you want to have men, you have to shut up your mouth. One of them was saying, what Oyedepo achieved in 30 years, that you will achieve in 6 months. Will you shut up that your mentality? Your input determines your output, brother. Who is advising you? Whose voice, bro, whose voice are you listening to? You want to become great in ministry? No two ways, not to be great, but follow the right process. Because the disgrace that is coming after you, you want to go and belong in homosexual life because you want to boom. Remember, God has not called you. And watch them. Watch those kind of people. They are always associated with water. This homosexual and this very thing is a marine power that came from the sea. They have this connection with the water, a water spirit. And name Yahoo, name pastor, name kidnapping, name teaching. It's as if the thing is going well for them. But hear me, only one winter when I did it. In this life, Pastor, hear me. God taught me lessons yesterday, and I just feel like telling you so that you don't go and make that mistake. Allow God to lift you up. Decrease that Jesus will increase. Because all what shall we try with fire. But lastly, I want to tell you this thing. In this life, many will reign. Many will reign. But few will last. Oh. Many will reign. But few will last. The salvation of the Lord standeth sure. God knows those that are His. God knows those that are His. In this life, you can deceive your people. You can deceive your colleagues, but you can never deceive God. There is always a day of judgment for everybody. Just bear it at the back of your mind that your judgment day is fast approaching. See, how you die matters a lot. How you ended up matters a lot. Not how you started. Not the impact. Even the people who have done trust on their own and they work on their body, work on their relationship with God. Be careful of people who is introduces to homosexuals. Because if you bear the Spirit of God in you, you will have this spirit of discernment. That the first gift God will give to you. Remember, a lot of people will reign, but few will last. And I pray we'll be in heaven together one day. Shalom. God bless you. I'll see you again.